Hello beauties, welcome back to the Jolie Beauty channel. If you're new here, my name is Jolie Cash and I'm the CEO of a cruelty-free beauty brand, Jolie Beauty. And as you've just seen from the intro and the title, today is a launch day. I am so excited to launch this collection. Oh my gosh. Let's just get straight into it, shall we? So today I am launching the Ethereality Collection. And yes, that's right, we're not just launching a palette today, there's a few other little surprises as well. And let's just jump straight into it because I'm itching to show you guys and talk you through the whole collection. Of course, it's only right that we start with the palette, and here she is. Oh, I think I died a little bit inside. So this is the exterior of the Ethereality palette, and just look at these gorgeous periwinkles. Oh. I really wanted to create a palette that showed my passion for like fairies and magic, but I just didn't want it to be just a fairy palette. I just wanted this to incorporate all those powerful ethereal creatures, and just basically to make anybody that wears this palette feel beautiful and powerful too. So of course, like all the Jolie palettes, it comes in this cover, protective cover. So if you're one of those people that likes to keep these packaged, you certainly can. It didn't want to come off. And let's open her up. Is it just me or is she beautiful? So here is the complete Ethereality palette. Beauties, when I tell you the amount of messages I've had with people begging for mainly a blue palette, it must be into maybe the thousands. So I knew on my next launch that I certainly wanted to incorporate those blues, but I wanted to do it in such a different way to many of the other blue palettes that I've seen before. And hopefully this beautiful colour story has got all your magical needs ticked. So when I was creating this palette, I was really inspired by the idea of like the pastel hues of magical fairies, and basically like their holographic wings like sparkling in the dusk. The whole idea of this palette is at first you see them and then you don't. Gone in the blink of an eye, leaving the beholder utterly bewildered, a figment of one's imagination. Let's bring the fantasy to Ethereality. And as you can see, I feel we've really managed to incorporate those gorgeous pastel light tones. I just imagine fairies or elflings and their gorgeous pastel hues, but also it's got those deep dark tones, so you can be that bad dark fairy, that bad dark elf. This palette really serves both of those kind of looks. I have created so many different looks with this palette already. All the colours are pretty much made to go together, to blend into one another. You should know by now, guys, I work really hard on my colour stories just to make sure that you guys have really workable looks and you're inspired when you pick up this palette. I also wanted this to complement a lot of the other palettes in our collection, so I feel like this palette goes so nicely with the Sorceress palette, and you can also really use it with the Vampirism as well. Of course, the palette is vegan and cruelty free, and if you're wondering, Jolie, are there any colour changing shades? You know I love my multi-chromes. Then you're not going to be disappointed because there's a couple in here along with some amazing pressed glitters. Shall we get on with the swatching? I think we should. So if you've watched any of my palette reveals before, you know what I like to do. I like to go through row by row, tell you the shade names, give you some of the inspiration behind the shade names, and then pick one to swatch in each row. Of course, I'll be putting the full swatches on the screen as we go as well, so you can see every single shade up close and personal. But yes, without further ado, let's get on with the swatching. So in row 1, we have the shade Moonchild, which is a matte white, Starry Eyed, which you might recognise from another palette, I'll get onto that, Toadstool, and Storybook. So I wanted to point out the shade Starry Eyed because this is actually a shade from our Vivacious palette, which is being discontinued, and I really didn't want to lose this shade because I know you guys absolutely adore it, and the amount of requests we get for this shade to be done in a single, so I thought, why not just bring it back into this palette? We don't want to lose this shade. So this is actually the shade Magic from the Vivacious, and now it's called Starry Eyed. Now you might be wondering, Jolie, why repeat a shade? We've seen it before. This shade honestly gives me life in every look. If you're looking for an amazing glitter topper that is never gonna fail you, this is the shade. I'm gonna swatch it. If you've never seen it before, you're in for a treat. So this starry-eyed glitter looks like white in the pan, but when you actually swatch it, it is this amazing iridescent violet, and this is the most beautiful topper. It looks so amazing on top of every single look, and I just had to have it in this palette. It just screams like fairy, iridescent, like wings. It's just beautiful. So I just knew it had to be in this palette as well. Moving on to row 2. So we've got I Believe, Fantasy, Realm and Cottage. So in this row, I think I'm going to carry on and swatch another glitter for you and go with Cottage. I always get the most questions about the glitters and kind of what colours they are, so I feel like that's going to be the most logical thing to do in the video. So Cottage has like a bit of like a duochrome glitter to it. It reflects gold and blue at the same time. Hopefully you can see. It's just got this gorgeous pastel kind of feeling to it. Again, it's just great as a glitter topper, so you could use the rich blues and put this on top, the purples. It just will match all the colours in this palette, and again, it's just a gorgeous light glitter, and it's really going to make those looks pop. And we've got row number 3 here. So we've got Glowflies, Arwen, Crystals and Vines. So I feel like the standout shade in this row for me is the shade Arwen. It is kind of what the palette was based on, these beautiful periwinkle colours. I'm just obsessed with this colour at the moment. Arwen, as you can see, is just that gorgeous mixture of like purple and blue. I'm just so obsessed with this shade. Those 3 colours together. And now we're on to row number 4. You might know, if you've got some other palettes of mine, that these 2 shades are normally the multi-chromes, but actually the shade Ethereality is a pressed glitter, and these are the 2 multi-chromes here. So the row is Ethereality, Fairy Dust, Wings and Otherworldly. And obviously I'm going to swatch that multi-chrome Fairy Dust, which is this incredible pastel colour changing shade. And when I say colour changing, it goes from light pink to gold to blue to green. It has got the whole pastel rainbow in it. Plus, it's also got this new glittered texture. So with these multi-chromes, they can either be scraped out, and if you don't press them too hard, they'll come out more like a glitter. But if you really press them or wet them, they will turn into an amazing foil. So you can really get 2 different looks out of this one shadow. I am so obsessed. I hope you absolutely love this formula. I've worked so hard on creating it, and yeah, I just hope you adore it as much as I do. Yeah, so I'm going to swatch this shade here, Fairy Dust. And this is just a gorgeous pastel multi-chrome. And I don't know what colour that was showing up on my arm, because it literally will depend on where the light's hitting it. Okay, we're on to row number 5, and we've got Kingdom, Even Star, Destined and Unseelie. And I want to swatch the other multi-chrome, of course, so I'm going to swatch Even Star. Now, this one has got a bit more of a green undertone. It's a little bit darker. It's just such a beautiful shade, and it kind of reflects purple. So I'm going to pop this one here. So this is Even Star. Oh my God. I just love, love, love this colour combo. So stinking beautiful. Who wants to just dip their whole face in it already? Next, we're on to row number 6. So we've got the shade Tink, Gelfling, Mischief, and Hyrule. I've done quite a lot of shimmers and just one matte, so I'm gonna have to pick a matte. So I'm gonna go with the shade Hyrule. This is a beautiful deep navy shade, and this is just so nice to deepen up all your looks. I've been using this for like smoky liner and yeah, all sorts of like crease combinations. And as you can see, that is just such a gorgeous deep navy blue. Like the inky skies when the twilight is going down and all those forest creatures are coming out. And then on the final row, you've got all these gorgeous, gorgeous matte shades. We've got Elder, Folklore, Pixie, and Nocturnal. And these are just all great shades for deepening up your looks, for creating that intensity. What haven't I swatched? So I've swatched like a matte blue, so maybe I'll go for the matte green. This is the shade Elder, and it's just a really beautiful, like dark, I don't know, like foresty kind of shade. Perfect for my forest fairies out there. And that's the shade there. Can you see? Oh, I've kind of done it the wrong place in my arm. Let me do it again. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous matte green. But you can see how beautifully all those shades will work together to create a stunning combination. Look at those fingers. What a disgrace. Let me get a wipe and I'll be right back. So that is the complete palette. I hope you love it as much as I did creating it. I just can't wait to do loads of tutorials with this. So of course I'm going to be doing a couple of YouTube tutorials, but I am going to be doing so many more on TikTok. It's just a lot easier and quicker for me to edit and upload, and also I can do some lives over there. So if you don't follow us on TikTok, make sure to go now. Follow the TikTok. If you're going to buy this palette, you're going to want to get on TikTok and just see all the tutorials so you can put this to the best possible use. But the palette is not the only thing that we are launching in this Ethereality Collection. Oh no, 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 no. We've got some more up our sleeves. So along with the palette, we have 3 new Air Matte Liquid Lipstick shades. It's been a while since we've launched new lipstick shades. I'm so excited to share these with you. These have been designed especially to go perfectly with the palette. So the first shade that we've got is the shade Forest Fairy. This is a gorgeous emerald green colour. Oh, I've wanted to make a green lipstick for so long, and guys, this one is not going to disappoint. If you're into your kind of fairy vibes, your kind of alternative makeup vibes, this shade is just a staple. It just gives any look that bit of punch. The second shade in the collection is the shade Bittersweet. This is what I've got on today. I have got a bit of lip liner on with it today, so it might look a little bit bolder than it will, but it's more of a muted purple shade. It's kind of got that kind of grey tone to it. It just looks beautiful and mysterious. Ugh, obsessed. And the third and final shade is the shade Incantation. This is a gorgeous purple shade, like a really punchy purple. So if you absolutely love your purples, as do I, then this shade is great for your collection. I absolutely adore wearing purple lips. It's my favourite colour, maybe just challenged by red. So it's really important that we have amazing kick-ass purple matte lipsticks in our collection. With our existing shade Midnight, which is this gorgeous dark navy blue, and it's one of our top sellers, so I know you guys are absolutely going to love this bundle. And it doesn't stop there either. Oh no, 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 no. So we have added a brand new product to our collection. That is our multi-chrome liquid eyeshadow shades. Now, these are incredible to amp up your look. If you love those color changing shades, then you're going to love the liquid version because you can cut the crease with them, you can do a liner with them. There's just so much more you can do with the liquid, and of course it's going to intensify your look. So we have 4 different shades of our multi-chrome liquid eyeshadow. So the first shade is I Believe, and this is a gorgeous deep purple that goes into navy, that goes into pink, and it just color changes before your eyes. Stunning. Next up we have Fairy Dust. This is a beautiful pink that goes into green and gold, and it's very iridescent, very fairy-like. Then we have the shade Fantasy. This is a beautiful lilac purple with iridescent green and gold sparkles through it. It's such a fairy vibe, honestly. And then we have Illuminate. This has got a beautiful kind of dark greeny teal base, and it goes into golds and pinks. This one is just more of like a rainbow, very chromatic one, and it's just stunning. These of course are going to be available as a bundle as well, so you basically can buy all 4 for the price of 3, so you're getting 1 shade completely free when you grab the bundle. And yeah, that is the new collection. The pre-order is now open, so you can click the link below and grab your order. Everybody that grabs the first pre-order, the estimated dispatch date will be the 24th of June. I know from previous launches, the first round sells out super quickly. As a small business, we do have to limit our batches, so if you want to grab the palette and you want to grab the bundles, do it now. The link is below, and I just can't wait to start seeing you guys using the palette, using the products. Like I said, I'm going to be doing tons and tons of tutorials. I'll do a few on here, but mainly on TikTok. So if you're not on TikTok, join for me. Come and join me over there. I'm probably one of the oldest people on there, so come and help me out a little bit, all right? I would absolutely love to see you on TikTok. There are 2 accounts, so there's Jolie Beauty Owner, that's more my personal account, and Jolie Beauty Official, which is the brand one, but either one, the tutorials will be going on both of them. So I hope you can see how much love and time has gone into this collection. I say this about every collection because obviously when it comes into fruition, I see the products, I get very emotional. It's very, very close to my heart. Sorry, I'm like tearing up a little bit. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. Yes, I am. The makeup. Fairies don't cry. No, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me in my journey, and the brand's journey. It really does mean everything. And with that, I am going to sign off because I am getting a bit teary. But thank you all so much, and just make sure to tag me, tag the brand in all your looks. I just cannot wait to see them. And without further ado, I will see you in the next one, which is definitely going to be a tutorial using all the new products. I can't wait. Love you so much, guys. Mwah, and thank you for watching.